Hello, class. My name is Patrick Ray, and I'm here to talk about myself. My understanding of our first speech was that we had a lot of options. We could pick pretty much anything, and I chose to speak about myself because of all the options I would have. I figured the one thing I'd know the most about would be me, of course. So, my early childhood, there's not much to talk about. Um, I didn't cause any trouble. I was a pretty good kid, did well in class, and pretty much lived a pretty normal, mundane life until around the time I was 18. Shortly after I turned 18, I made probably the biggest life altering decision I've made in my life and decided to join the Army. I left my family, I left my home, I left everything that I knew, and went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma for basic training. I would say the first 2 years of my Army career were probably two of the toughest years of my life. I had a very tough time adjusting. I didn't want to listen to people, which is very, very, very big problem in the Army, and basically wanted to do my own thing. I got over it quickly, and after doing two deployments to the Middle East, one to Kuwait in 2001 and one to Iraq in 2003, totaling at about a year and a half, I went home, I got married, had a kid who is now 3 years old, and settled down for about a year to year and a half before I went to recruiting. I spent 3 years in recruiting, so I've done a lot of public speaking with small groups. Once a week, I would have to give a class presentation, so I'm not unfamiliar with standing in front of people and talking, but it never really gets that easy. So after recruiting, I decided to change jobs and became an intelligence analyst. So after a 5 month course for that, I got sent to Korea, where I am now in my closet-sized apartment here in Busan. I've been in Korea for about 5 months now. I should be going home on leave in about a month or two. Looking forward to seeing my wife and my daughter. And as far as what the future holds after that, I'm probably coming back from Korea in a little over 6 months now. My plan is to get a degree in intelligence analyst. That's part of the reason I'm taking the public speaking class. The other part of the reason is the list of classes that I can take to fulfill the requirement are either public speaking and philosophy or a whole barrage of foreign languages. And I found out my first year in high school that I am not very good at foreign languages. I just don't have the aptitude to pick it up, I guess. So I'm much, much better at public speaking and way more comfortable with it. So my plan, like I said, is to get a degree in intelligence analysis, maybe my master's, but at least my bachelor's. I'm going to get out of the Army after 20 years, if not sooner. Hopefully I have the willpower to stay and retire. And then my plan when I get out of the Army is to teach. I don't know what. I'm thinking of probably teaching history, but whatever it is, I'm sure public speaking is going to be a very big part of what I do in the future. It's also a big part of what I do because in intelligence analysts, we have to brief a lot of high-ranking people on stuff sometimes. So that's my past, my present, and my future. And I guess that's me in a nutshell. Thanks.